Oh yeah. What do we? Google Chrome.
Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. It's 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Yeah. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000, yeah. Oh, all right. Not bad. Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well-Hungarian. Well, all right.
Hey everybody, welcome to Fun Simulation 2000. This is our dancer, Ian Ryland Smith. Thank you for being the official Fun Simulation dancer. We are a very Star Wars themed open mic. I'm drinking my blue milk right now. That's the blue milk of, is it Tatooine? I don't know. I'm not good on pop culture. I'm not good at it. We'll be seeing Ian very shortly. We're going, that theme song is awesome. It's from Kevin McComb made it just for us. It's original. It has about 80 views on YouTube, and they're all from me. So I will put it on my TV sometimes at home. I'll stream it to my TV and just rock out. That's how good it is. And Kevin sent us a video. Kevin made another Star Wars themed song that he wants us to premiere. Well, he doesn't want us to premiere. I want to premiere, and he asked kindly if I would premiere it, and I want to because it's great. We'll see if we get booted off of any live streams for copyright violations, which might happen. So I apologize if that happens. I'm gonna go. We'll start the mic. I'll play the video, and we'll start the mic right after that. Everyone's gonna get 4 minutes. I'll send you the light at 1 minute. Stick around to the end. It's the fastest minute in comedy. It's a speed round of 1 minute. I'm not going to do much time up top because I want to play this video and get rolling. After this video, Ralph Anthony is on deck, so please enjoy. The song Mandalorian is what this is called, so this is going to be really good. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? No, I am.
Long ago in the galaxy before I settled down with your mom, gee, I did some crazy things. Oh, I was so young. There used to be this place on Tatooine, a cantina, and within minutes, out of nowhere, Jar Jar's there with like 700 Napoleons. Right. And they want some Mandalorian. She wants a Mandalorian. Right. And I am the Mandalorian. In my day they called me Mando. His face is sexual vagabond. It's true what Harrison Ford would say, that Princess Leia should take anything. Now I'm a freak, but I really knew nothing until a week on Alderaan. I'm wearing nothing but buttons and a thong, she said. Drop the armor, leave the helmet on. Whoa, right. She wants a Mandalorian. Mandalorian. She wants a Mandalorian. Right. And I am the Mandalorian. All the way from Dagobah. Some old wizard sticks at my catacombs. And though it's been like 50 years, he says, you're the father, here's a baby Yoda. Yeah, right. He's not even Mandalorian. Mandalorian. You're a Mandalorian. not even a Mandalorian. Do you remember General Grievous? Do you remember he'd visit on his way to Outer Rim Market days? Have you been to Jabba's palace? Me and Chewbacca lost a weekend there. Furry leather, it got weird and we never speak of the episode. Well, I hope that's a lightsaber. Well, in space, if you don't know the language, you think you found a queen Amidala, and then you wake up with some female greed. Oh, guess I've done it all with no regrets at all. Well, except for that Darth Maul. He's dark and broken and into booster. Not this Mandalorian. Mandalorian. Not for this Mandalorian. Oh, no, not this Mandalorian. I better leave off, I better do back. I'm on Calamari, the trouble of a night. Twice on a Death Star, once in an X-ray. I married with a Jedi once, she made me levitate. She used the force on me on board. During the Clone Wars, lonely and bored. I know for sure that at least there were 4. They looked the same, it really could have been more. But those days are far, far away. I'm quite content in the family way. I'm so glad when I look at your faces. And man, that baby Yoda, he's just so damn cute. A Mandalorian. A Mandalorian.
All right, and then it fades out right around there. Thank you, Kevin, for that very, very karaoke version. I think we're safe because that was the karaoke version he was singing over. I don't know if anyone noticed, but the chorus was still saying Young Americans the whole time. And he's just interrupting them with Mandalorian to try to correct them. We're going to get this rolling, guys. No time to fuck around. We're going to do this. Yeah, you don't even need to watch Mandalorian. I'm not going to watch it. And yeah, I forgot how much I hate the original as well. I only like the Jar Jar onward. That's the only Star Wars that's real to me is from the 2000s or 99 or whatever that came out. That's when Star Wars really, really started getting good. That's when it really picked up. Our first comedian of the night, he's going to really pick it up too. Very excited. From New York, Ralph Anthony.
Yeah. All right. First comment coming up. There we go. Back to gallery. All right. Yeah, dude, that shit was so fucking long. God damn. Oh, God. And I like Bowie. And oh no, it's not. Wait, who was singing it? What was the original? I don't even know the original. All I know is that when Laura said it, she hated it. I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I do too, just based on this remake.
Yeah.
Yeah, very aggressive, very long. Yeah. So I have a nice little announcement. I have not ridden a New York City train in 9 months, guys. Hell yeah. Very excited about it. And it's not for your typical public transportation problems. Like I wasn't being hit up for bums for money. They weren't asking me for hugs, and I certainly didn't have to watch them dance. Nope. I'm happy because I don't have to look at the subway ads. I don't know about you. I can't stand these ads. They're too aggressive. I don't care. They never pertain to me. They're all over the place. Like I saw one that said, find out about the top 100 doctors in your neighborhood. Who do they think rides the train? Who can afford the top 100 doctors in their neighborhood? Not me. Not me, man. I'm on Obamacare. I can't afford anything. Nope, not at all. You want to help me out? You want to help me out medically? Tell me tell me who are the top 100 best free clinics I can go to. That's what I need. That's what I want. Tell me who the top 100 best parking lot physicians are. That's who I need to know about. That's what I need, top 100 doctors. Who the fuck do they think to ride these trains? No one that can afford a top 100 doctor. No, not at all. You want to help me out? Tell me who the worst 100 doctors in my neighborhood are. That's who I have to be afraid of. That's who I need to worry about. I don't care who the top 100 doctors are. No, I'll never see them. I might walk into a top 100 worst doctor though. That might happen for me. That's who you got to worry about. Even if they had a poster that said top 100 good doctors. You go to a good doctor and something bad happens, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. Oh man, if I go to one of these 100 worst doctors, I'll go in for a stomach, come out with a vasectomy. That's not gonna work for me. That is not gonna work for me. No. Oh, nice, cool. There was a fucking 45-second delay on this. Great. Now that explains everything. 45-second delay and echo. I had to hear that same terrible joke twice. Great. Nice. Thanks, Mark Hornback. All right, let's go back to the Mandalorian song. I don't even know where to begin. I find it funny that kids have no concept of money. They don't know what it means to be rich or what it means to be poor. And yet, ironically, Monopoly is one of the most popular games kids play. A game about money for people that don't know anything about money. I think there should be an age limit. You know how they put like you got to be 18 to buy a pack of cigarettes? I think you need to be 25 to play the game Monopoly because that deals with grown folk shit. Rent, taxes, going to jail. All right, I ran out of time, but you guys are great. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Ralph, Anthony, Ralph. I don't know what 45-second delay were you talking about? What was going on there?
Oh, dude, I said before I said it, I had done that joke, and as I paused to go to the next joke, I heard it. I heard the ending of it on the feed. Maybe it was my computer. I don't know.
I don't know. That is weird. Well, I mean, I know that song was pretty long, but it was either 5 minutes of that or 5 minutes of watching me struggle through a set, basically. Woefully ill prepared for, so I think you guys lucked out on that. No, I think I have a theory with doctors is if you're going for something that's not like life threatening, then go to a shitty doctor because they have malpractice insurance. They're not going to get you killed, and you could come out making a lot of money if they fuck up. So that's what they have insurance, and that could be a lottery. That could be a lottery win for somebody out there. That's what we call it when you strike get rich from someone's mistakes. Our next comedian has never made a mistake. I swear he's infallible. Ian Ryan Smith.
Thank you. I make plenty of mistakes. One of them is doing comedy.
Yeah.
So I have a really big weed problem. I'm out of weed. This is obviously a big problem. All right, that's going nowhere. That's not a joke. I'm just telling you all my feelings. Because this is therapy to me. This isn't a show. This isn't a fucking joke, you guys. This is my mental health care. This is what the American healthcare system provides for mental health care. You guys are it. There's really no better option except professionals, but professionals cost money. And I might have some money, but it's all in Bitcoin, so I can't actually afford doctors because all my money is in Bitcoin. Let's see. I don't want to fucking talk about Christmas music. Oh, but I have to, don't I? It's like Christmas on Friday. Won't be Christmas later. So there's that Christmas song. Well, first of all, I think we need to talk about Bing Crosby. Because yes, he has a beautiful voice. But can we really forgive him for drugging and raping all those women? Patty gets it. Patty knows I'm not talking about Bing Crosby, but actually Bill Cosby, serial rapist and esteemed funny man Bill Cosby. I said the rapist part first, so I'm still woke. Let's see. This one has potential. No, it doesn't. That's about masturbating. Let's see. That's about South Dakota. South Dakota really is the Wild West of the world. And by the world, I mean America. And I hear in some places you get phone notifications about COVID-19. We don't get those here. That's not a thing here. And here in other places, you don't have to work because the state is paying you to stay home. We don't have that here. We just go to work because that's what hardworking South Dakotans do. We go to work. We don't care how sick we get. We're not going to take your handout. Fucking federal government. You can't keep us dependent. Oh, fuck. Where am I going with this? I work across the street from a buffet, a large buffet, the largest in the state. And every day it's packed. Full parking lot. I'm talking about a buffet. And yeah, we're really going for 110% COVID cases right now in South Dakota. We're really putting the pedal to the metal. All right. That's all I got. I hope I don't get coronavirus when I go and work for $12 an hour.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan Smith. Yeah. Well, don't get coronavirus. That's what we want to do. I remember people were like, "Oh my God, it's so sad. I think coronavirus could be the end of buffets." And I'm like, they're not even closing them down in some places. Like they haven't even stopped. How's it going to kill them off for good if people are still going every day in the Dakotas? No, thank you, Ian. I think like rapist and esteemed comic just rolls off the tongue too well. That's just like which one are you talking about? I don't know. It's not a good profession for people not to be sex criminals. Basically, it's chances are there's a few here tonight. On that note, no, I'm not going to introduce somebody right after this thing. I know like my thing is to introduce people with like just whatever the hell the last thing I said was, and then just introduce them as that, and I won't do that. Our next comedian is a very nice person. I bet I don't really know him. Basil Ahmad.
Hey guys, how's it going? Name's Basel, spelled like basil, so you might know me as your Spice Rack fave. It's a shame. In Pakistan, Basel means brave, and in the States, I'm an herb. But it's okay. I'm not bitter. I'm bipolar. And you know what's weird about that? People think you don't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. And that's crazy because my alien friends say I'm fine and I don't need meds. Let me ask them. They say y'all are cool too. Crazy, I say. Crazy. When I was manic, I thought I could tell when the NSA was watching me on my phone camera. So sometimes I would look directly into it and be like, "Sup, bitch?" I could just imagine their response, shit, he knows I'm watching. Does he know who I am, where I live? Is this guy NSA? I had a bad experience with weed the other day. I thought I had died and was reliving the last 5 seconds of my life over and over again, which is really scary because the last 5 seconds of my life would be me hand feeding a fish a burrito.
Huh? Mhm.
Madness, I say. Madness. On the other hand, ketamine saved my life. For a full week, I had suicidal ideation. I wanted to jump in front of a train. So I went to a doctor's office, got horse tranquilizer up in these veins, and the thoughts went away. This is really weird because ketamine's a party drug. And if I went to one of those parties, I definitely want to kill myself. You know what I mean? Ow. Okay. All right. Cool. Someone got it. Nice. Okay. So there's this girl I was into, Alice, and she lived in Germany for a full year. I thought that was so cool. I wanted to be more like her. So later in life, I dropped everything and moved to Germany for a few months. This is super weird because most people don't emulate their crushes that much. Like I'm really glad she's not an astronaut. Otherwise, I'd be grabbing Dippin' Dots and driving down to Cape Canaveral like right now. You know. I'll end off with this. Call me the mingle king. I know how to mingle with people. Like I'll be at a party and I'll go up to someone and be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nailed it. All you need is the right catchphrase. You can talk to anyone. That's my time. Thank you.
Yeah, Basil, thank you very much. And this is the only publicly live streamed group therapy session. So good job, everybody, for sharing. We'll keep that going with our. I'm not going to say the super spreader thing. I'm not going to say it. She's very careful about COVID comic. Laura.
Just call me a regular spreader, okay? So this week I got a desktop, like a laptop pillow desk thing. So I worked in my room and did Zoom mics all day stayed in bed. And I have to tell you, I felt shittier than when then I always thought this was my dream. And at the end of the day, I felt shittier than when I smoked crack. I mean, and it was a long time ago and smoked crack, just to be clear. I don't smoke crack anymore. And also, no offense to anybody who is currently a part of the crack smoking community. I'm just saying, when I smoked crack, I didn't go to crack smoking living my best life, except right in the moment of ingesting the crack. But right before and right after, I was not on a winning streak. But if you are going to crack smoking, if you're adding it to an already great life, then good for you. And I just want to say, I don't want to get canceled. Also, I don't know, I was talking about sex with a friend of mine, and they were surprised to know that I have never owned a vibrator. And I haven't. I have never owned a vibrator. I have used a vibrator once, and used literally because I borrowed it from my roommate, not my current roommate. In case she can hear me, I don't know if she has a vibrator and thinks I went in there today while she was being an essential worker and used her vibrator. But this was also in the past. But when I borrowed it, I turned it on, and vibration was too much for me. I mean, I didn't want to stimulate my ADD. That's the one thing I was like, oh, I can't. I guess I'm I'm an acoustic type, you know, I'm unplugged. I'm a Luddite, or in this case, a Dildite. Because I used it on the manual setting. Also, I think automation is taking jobs away from people. So I just would like to, I'm for the workers, you know, so really it's also a union issue. I'm in recovery, and I remember, you know, high recovery or spiritual programs, there can be a spiritual component where they talk about God or a higher power. So when my sponsor would tell me things like, you know, if things were getting better in my life, she would say, that's your higher power. People are attracted to your higher power. And then one time I was, you know, having anal sex, and it just popped with my, you know, I was with someone else, not the vibrator. I don't know. I had to tell you that. I mean, I wanted to enter this joke much differently, but no pun, that pun was intended. But my sponsors were, I was like, do they know that this is my higher power that they're really attracted to? I don't know why in that moment. There's something there, but I don't know what it is. All right. This was very revealing. So thank you.
Thank you, Laura. That was great. Yeah, I do not want you to get canceled by the responsible and high functioning crack smokers. We don't want to throw everyone into everyone's experiences may differ, and we don't want to lump that together. So please do not go after Laura at all. Do not. No, thank you. It was that was really funny, and yeah, I hope your roommate doesn't think you were doing that. Thank your roommate for being an essential worker as well. Our next comedian coming up, please welcome Katie Zane.
Thank you so much, Mark. Yeah, Laura, I gotta say, worse than crack is an excellent measurement. I feel like that's very telling. If you explain it that way, it's perfect. So I'm not a very patriotic person, you know? Like, I was the type of person who got over 9/11 quickly, you know? Like, I was over 9/11 so fast. Like, I was just like, ugh, 9/11. Like, after like a week, I'm not a patriotic person. But I did once fake the stomach flu so that I could go to Obama's second inauguration. And so I'm just a better American than all of you, really. That's really all that means. I'm just a better American. Who knew all along? So I've lived in Chicago for about 4 years, and I have lived here long enough to have enemies. And a lot of people are like, yeah, why are you thrilled about that? Because I'm like, you know why? Because if you have enemies, that kind of means success. Because if people have that much hate for you, that much passion about how they hate you, you're doing something right. Because it means someone's sitting there thinking about you, you know? What do they say? Like, there's no bad PR, you know? It's fine. But I do feel like I do truly feel like I'm doing something correct in my life if people are deciding that they don't like me. Did you guys hear that they have added breakdancing to the 2024 Olympics? Mm-hmm. Officially. I know. Well, at first it's like, yeah, breakdancing, but it's also like that's a very athletic activity. And the thing is, like, we already have other things in the Olympics that aren't very athletic, like shooting. You know what I mean? Like, you can be the fattest fuck alive and be a gold medalist shooter. Like, you do not need to be in good physical shape to be able to shoot unless you're doing like the shooting skiing thing or whatever. That requires, I think, more athletic talent. But I think with the breakdancing teams, like, who are the coaches? Who are these future Olympic breakdancers? Where are they going to be coming from? Because everybody I knew that breakdanced is 36 now and has aged out of being in the Olympics, and much to their chagrin, I'm sure. I actually would love to just see like reaction faces of guys who did breakdancing like 15 years ago in high school, and now it's an Olympic sport, and they're like, God damn it, I missed my spot. I missed my moment. I've realized recently that the biggest difference between me in my 20s versus me now, like going towards my later 30s, is all my underwear is stained now. Like all of it. And I don't care. Like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I got to have the cute underwear. And now I'm like, oh, is it comfortable? I'm putting it on my body. Like I don't give a shit anymore. And I feel like this is very reflective of my now defunct OnlyFans account. I just wasn't willing to make the investment necessary. I realized quickly that I was much out of my leagues. And there isn't as much of a niche for granny panties as you might think. Like that's not as lucrative as one would hope. And on that note, in that financial advice, I suppose I've been Katie Zane. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Katie is 100% right. I was in a pistol shooting league, and there were some very unathletic people in that league. Is all like that. It was really fun being in this league because everybody that went there just looked like a different character from King of the Hill. They were just all the King of the Hill, like even Bobby, like and the grandpa too. They all looked like that. And I think the funniest part, like the weirdest image that ever happened was there was a guy that would go there and he would come straight from work, and he was like a delivery guy for like the postal service or UPS, and he would come in his full work uniform. And there's something off-putting about seeing a guy basically in a postal outfit just unloading like a full magazine in like 10 seconds in the shooting. It's quite awesome. I don't know why am I saying these things? I don't know. I'm very excited for our next comic. He's awesome. He's really funny. Yashar Coffee.
Hey, thank you very much. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
So my name is Yashar, and talking about pistol shooting. I'm from around the axis of evil, and it's usually expected of us to have a good shooting team, but our shooting team never ranks. And one time this extremely unintelligent, borderline, I'm not supposed to say the R word, I'm practicing. Anyway, this one last time, this retarded guy came to me and said, how come these Iranians don't, you guys like shoot each other every day? You know, there's been wars over there. Why is your team so bad? And I said, yeah, well, that's the problem, because we don't use guns. We blow up car bombs. So if there was a car bombs Olympics, then we would get a gold medal. But and one time a North Korean guy got disqualified from a shooting competition because he was taking some sort of an Adderall to focus, and he was a fat fuck, so he was out of shape. And North Korean that's fat is connected to the government, so he should be executed. I these are not intended jokes. I'm sorry. Okay. The other day I read an article about men who shave their heads, and this piece of shit self-loathing hipster who wrote the article said, yeah, you know, I'm owning my baldness. So I emailed him. I said, you're not owning anything. That ugly penis up your shoulders, it's your head. You're just giving it an ugly haircut. There's nothing about owning you. That's your head. You're not owning anything. By the way, some of these guys who think they're Jason Statham, they shave their heads and they come to a restaurant and sit right in front of me, and then they lean backwards and I have to look at all the rolls and the razor cuts, and it's extremely disgusting. It reminds me of a penis after masturbation. One time I barfed. I couldn't finish my food. I almost reached out for the knife to stab the penis, but I didn't because it's illegal. Towards the end of that article, the piece of shit hipster wrote, courage comes in many forms, and one of them is shaving your head. And I added that to the email. I said, that's not courage. If you go to a pharmacy in a first world country and buy an HIV-free razor, and then turn your head into a penis. Courage is if you wrap yourself with explosives and blow yourself up in Saudi Arabia. That's a bad joke. Forget that. I have to do a disclaimer. This is just a persona. I made up these. Yeah, it's 1 minute. Thank you. Yeah, I've never ever been arrested or done anything violent or criminal in the United States. Yeah, I've written down Joel Osteen, but I don't know why. I forgot. I also have vasectomy. I don't know why. I mean, I got a vasectomy because I heard children with mental disability is extremely expensive, and we have a lot of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm done. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Sean. Yes, the NSA guy that was watching Basil. I'll just say Basil. I wonder if he stuck around and caught your set. That would be really nice to know that he got.
He's undercover. No, he left earlier and he sent his greetings and salutations to everyone.
I think it's whoever keeps joining and leaving with just the name iPhone. I just assume that's probably the government. Please share this Zoom link far and wide with foreign nationals, government agents, spies. Please do it. They can come and enjoy the therapy, the free therapy we're doing right now. Our next meeting coming up. Please welcome Ying Vigilin.
Hey, thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me on here. So the topic of the day is the vaccine, right? Everybody is talking about it, whether or not they want to take it or not take it. So I'll tell you guys, I'll take it, take the shot, but I'll wait for next year. Because next year, I think the Chinese vaccine is going to come out. You know, American vaccine, we get it free. You know, so that's some kind of a communist vaccine. You know? So China, when they vaccine come out, they're gonna drive down price to $2. You know, so at least that's some capitalist vaccine. You know. So anyway, I called home, asked about it, and like my family said, "Yeah, you wish." You know, like next year they're gonna drive up to a few $1,000s. That's how Chinese people do capitalist. You know, so $2 probably 3 years from now. So I'll take whoever gave it to me next year. So last week we had a staff meeting, my workplace, on Skype. You know, that's like 2-3 months the people first time meet on the Skype. So I noticed everybody have the black screen, and on the square on the bottom they show their names. The only boss that show her face and talking to us. That's why I like Zoom comedy, because I can see people's faces. This is the only place, Zoomies, I can see your face. But then it was kind of strange. So all of a sudden I noticed all that black square names, like there's 2 Kevins, and there's 3 Andrews, you know, and there's 5 Chris's in my workplace. Like, wow, but only 1 Ying. You know, that got me thinking. I was wondering if they hire me for diversity or something, you know, or try to convert me to Christianity. So I'm thinking if there's a pandemic going another year, I think I'm probably going to change my name to Chris, because that's for both man and woman, right? Or I'll change to Karen, you know, just to blend in, you know. Oh, gosh, yeah. I really wanted to meet some celebrities, but I live in a small place, you know, Spokane, Washington. What do you expect? So finally, I did meet a celebrity, local. If you guys know about Spokane, you probably remember Rachel Dolezal. Remember that? It was on the CNN news all over the place. So she was a white woman that declared herself, identified herself, that's the word, as Black. Remember transracial? Rachel Dolezal? Her story came out, I think, 6 months before they hit the headline, you know, like CNN, ABC, CBS, and all that. So when I first watched that on news, I just instantly fascinated. So I followed her on Facebook. And when her book came out, I pre-ordered the book. It's called In Full Color. So I got the book right away as soon as they published, because during interviews, she never told people about her sex life. But of course, she tell people she dated and married black guy, only, right? And then divorced that black guy. So when I got the book, I want to know, that's the only thing I care. I just skip all the other chapter. I was like flipping through pages, like, black penis, where are you? I really want to see how he, the black dick, what they do to her. So anyway, almost my time. They don't have time. But what I'm saying is, okay, I find it, okay, page 189. So what she said is that she has never experienced sexual satisfaction with black guys. Wow, that was a surprise. And she said, matter of fact, the only guy gave her orgasm is a white guy, and it's a casual dating. Like, wow. So the takeaway from her book is, hey guys, black dicks are overrated. Well, is that, hey, people probably not married. The person give them, good sex. Okay. That's my time.
Thank you, Ying Vigilant. Thank you, Ying.
Oh,
I always wonder how Rachel Dolezal got away with it, but then I just looked up, and the Spokane, Washington has a 2% of the population is black, so that's why there was not enough people to call her out. There's only 200,000 people in Spokane, so that's literally just 4,000 black people. That's it. So I just think that if there were more black people, she maybe would have been called out and maybe ran into another black person. I don't know what's going on. Has this been happening for an hour already? No, because I start late, Dan. I never start at 8 o'clock. Yeah, we started a little bit late. We did a karaoke video at the beginning that was very long. That also happened. I also took forever to make the list and to actually get moving, but that everyone said it was early for me. They were trying to get a good spot. They were trying to be nice to me and get bumped up in the list. We're gonna keep going, guys. Our next comedian, very excited. He's been here before and now he's returned. Jake Hovis.
Hey, yeah. Thanks, guys. My wife wanted to take out the trash, so I threw on something slutty, and she took me to Applebee's. She was shopping. She just got a low cut top, but I don't wear V-necks, and I'll give you one reason: cleavage. All right, we're having fun here. I was a hungry kid. My first words were seconds. My mom would take me to the grocery store, and if people would like, what is going on? Is she some sort of hoarder? Why does she have so much milk? She would just point to me like, oh, that's why. That thing over there. Occasionally, my mom would buy those Little Debbies, and one time they almost made it home. She would always bribe me with food and like take me to church. If you're good in church, we'll go get some KFC. So I was very good because I tried not to breathe, because I would do anything for just the skin of the chicken, to be honest with you. The rest of it, I could take or leave. My dad, he was helping me out some. He got me a kite when I was a kid. But it's a nice gesture, but I'm pretty sure he just was trying to trick me into running. Because he punched a bunch of holes in it, and it never flew. But I did make the basketball team. He also ran out of gas like every day for a month before football tryouts. That was weird, but never figured that out. I've learned some things from my dad. I learned that sneezes can stink. You guys know that? His sneezes are the worst smelling thing. They smell like wet socks and just self-sufficiency. Like his sneeze would not ask for directions, But he's trying to teach me manners. So every time he sneezes, he expects me to say bless you. And I'm over here just trying not to gag. I mean, it is ridiculous. I don't understand why people want I mean, even to this day, he wants me to say bless you. Why do you want me to bless you? I mean, I studied a little theology. I don't think I should be blessing anyone. I mean, the only thing holy about me is my underwear. Right? I don't know if it's the dogs getting a hold of them or if it's just friction with the cheeks, but every pair of underwear looks like I got hit with birdshot. It's like wearing a net. My dogs do love the underwear. They're dachshunds, but I'm beginning to think there's another reason that they're called wiener dogs. Anyway, my dad wanted me to go with him to get a colonoscopy, and he has the same underwear issue that I do, so they didn't have to take his drawers off for the procedure. Of course, he did sneeze while I was there. I was like, "Oh, bless you, Father, for you have seized." So that worked out really well. Yeah, I have size 18 shoes. That's true. I'm a big guy. So I hate it when, you go to a place and they make you take your shoes off. It's like, oh, hey, here's this visual representation of normal people. And then me over here. Not so much. And it's true what they say about guys with big feet. I am elusive and live in the woods. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. That was yeah. That you are Sasquatch. That's what you told me before you went up, and you wanted me to be sensitive about it. So I'm just telling everybody else. That's I'm kidding. I don't really know what that means. Our next, we're on comic number 9. This did start roughly an hour ago. It is Central Time, 9 p.m. right now. We start at 8. I think we're listed on some websites as starting at 9:30 or something like that. But those are rumors. Those are false rumors. I don't know how. I'm too lazy to email the people to correct it. I was going to say I don't know how to, but I can. I'm just being very lazy. I don't really care. But then we get a late surge at 9 and 9:30 that from people that come from wherever they think it's at 9:30. I'll stop. Our next meeting coming up. Ben Miller.
Hey everybody. Yeah, thanks. I'd love to be introduced by just a reading of different time zones and an explanation of how we got here. No, thank you. I appreciate it. It's oh boy, thank you so much to the people that still have their cameras and mics on. This is real intimate, and I only have very new stuff that I'm reading off of my phone. So oh boy. Yeehaw! It's gonna get real personal, and I'm so sorry. First, the personal thing. Do y'all like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Is that a thing that any of you enjoy?
Yes.
Okay. You're disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Woo!
Jelly is no place on that sandwich. Okay. What happened to traditional American values? I think the sandwich used to be between a peanut butter and a piece of bread, okay? Now they have all these jellies. It's just like a third wheel, Now we have all these jellies coming in. I don't think that sandwiches should be polyamorous. I think that's deeply immoral. Cool. What else is on my phone? Oh, has this ever happened to you? Where someone tells you something about yourself and then you can't stop realizing that you do that thing, but you never knew. So someone recently showed me a photo of myself and my mouth was a little bit open, and now I've looked back at every single photo and it's always there. My mouth is always a little bit open. I don't know what to do about this. I'm shocked, or I don't know if I look shocked or that's just how I look because my mouth is open. Yeah, I dated someone in high school, but it was like a secret from her parents, which was always I never really knew how to feel about it. Part of me was like, ooh, cool, we have this secret thing, but it was always just awkward because I knew her parents just as friends. I'd go over to house at dinner and be like, yeah, of course we're pals. I have no idea what your daughter's lips taste like. We just do homework together. That's all that we're doing in her room. Pal stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's weird that it was like a straight relationship, but it was somehow closeted. It was the secret. What else do I got on my phone? Oh, I spent one summer working as a sous chef in a bowling alley. You know how it is. No, that's not the interesting part. I feel like the interesting part is that how that came to happen is that the bowling alley was owned by like a real estate agent who thought that they could like flip it very quickly, but then just ended up owning a bowling alley for like 20 years. It was like the dark side of We Bought a Zoo. It wasn't like a happy family coming together thing. It was like, oh no, we are now in financial ruin because we cannot find a way to unload this bowling alley. All of our savings are going down the gutter. Yes, all of my punchlines are bad puns. That's what happens when it's a new joke, okay? All right. You've all been lovely. Thank you so much for your time. Keep going.
Woohoo!
Yeah, thank you, Ben Miller. I do like that. I think that should be the default. If you're working on a new joke and you don't have the punchlines fleshed out, then you just make it a pun. That's a really good standard. I like that you were talking about reading, that you had your material on your phone, and that's one thing that I see with Zoom likes is people read from like notebooks or like check their phone for their notes, and I'm like, you're on a computer, like there's a screen right in front of you. There's basically a teleprompter. There's no reason to be shuffling around or any, like we shouldn't be able, like I could read right now my jokes and it would look like I'm just looking at you in the Zoom room. So I don't know, just I don't know why I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying it's a weird thing. Our next meeting coming up. Please welcome Patty Mansbach.
Thank you. No, I gotta feel like a real comic. Well, real comics don't read off of this. What are you talking about, Mark? I'm an OG original. I started this before Zoom was invented. Actually, I have no. I think it's about the same time. I don't know. Let's see. Why couldn't this pandemic happen when I had headgear? That would have been real nice. Just had a. That would have been great to stay inside. Now I'm like teetering on being conventionally attractive, and now I have to go inside. This is bullshit. I get it. I get what I get what all these people are mad about. This is a public health crisis for their respiratory systems and also their eyeballs because they can't look at me in all my beauty. I'm trying this confidence thing. It's crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, I use the Ouija board to contact all the people I've killed with my good looks. There I go. I was thinking about my first crush the other day. It was in second grade, and his name is Andy, and I loved him so much. And I used to write in my diary about him, and I thought he was like the cutest boy ever. And it was brutal because he never liked me back, and that was like my first experience with unrequited love, first of many. But as I get older, I realize it doesn't matter because he's dead now. So it all worked out in the end. Oh, yeah, maybe he had a congenital heart defect, or maybe if I can't have him, nobody else can. Just saying. I like the New Year because it's the anniversary of the first time I ever made out with a guy. Yeah, I was like 20 years old, way too old. But I went to this frat party at Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Just like, woo, yeah. I mean, I didn't go there. I just went to the frat party. And then the clock struck midnight and this guy made out with me. And it was like one of those deep makeouts where he like licks your tongue and stuff like that. And then afterwards, I said, I don't know your name. And then he said, I don't know your name either. I think we should leave it that way. Oh, brutal. Brutal. It's fine. It was the kosher frat. So, I mean, it was the Jewish frat. So I know the saliva was kosher. Yeah, it was a kosher frat. They make those, right? I don't know. Oh my God, there's so many dating apps. I have like 4 internet boyfriends right now in quarantine. That's just been my hobby. This is wild. Okay, one of my internet boyfriends, he doesn't realize that we already met in person at a bar like a year and a half ago, and we spent like 2 hours talking, and then he left without getting my contact information. Oh yeah, love the pandemic. They all stoop to my level. Come to mama. Also, it's weird to keep talking to the guy you were hooking up beforehand. Like, he still texts me, and I'm like, you don't like me. You would kick me out. I wasn't allowed to stay. Why are stop you? Should I tell him he doesn't like me? I don't know. Let's see. But let me tell you, before the pandemic, I used to get laid all the time. And by all the time, I mean like once every 3 months. So for me, that's like all the time. Yeah. Afterwards, I'd always be like, thanks. See you next quarter. Boop, boop, ba, doo, ba, doo, ba, doo. Yeah. I don't know. I I've been trying to like learn things. So I've been taking this like programming class. I don't know how much I'm getting out of it, but it's cheaper and more useful than improv classes. So I tell myself that. Except my teacher is like this raging Trump supporter. No, gross, right? So now in all my lines of code, I just comment out and I'm just like, defund the police, yeah, take that. I learned it. It's called hacktivism. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I learned that word. Yeah. Oh, it's selectivism. I'm not doing anything. I'm actively probably making it worse. Whatever. I'm a woman in tech, guys. Literally, I take one computer class and I like turn on my computer. I'm like, I'm a woman in tech. Look, I'm like an inspiration. I like the hashtag. The actual computer, it's really hard and I don't understand it. That's boring. Wanna know why there's no women in tech? Because it's boring, guys. The end.
Okay, thank you, Patty Manzo. I didn't know that was the actual end. Thank you, Patty. Patty, I think we should spec script out or write out a pilot for you where you have like 5 internet boyfriends and then COVID gets cleared up and then you got to figure out like which one you're taking from.
Like The Bachelorette.
I don't know. That'll be good. I somebody else write that. I don't have the time. I'm too busy teaching Trump supporters how to code. That's
Oh no.
No, I only have one working with me right now. Our next comedian coming up. Please welcome Tom Dykes.
Yay, hooray me. Yeah, my ex has an internet boyfriend. I think that's for the best. I think it's a lot easier to keep up with their bullshit from hundreds of miles away. Anyway, oh well, that just sounded, I thought it was funny. Now it just sounds mean. Great. Okay, so I tried learning Hebrew. I was using Rosetta Stone. I usually smoke some weed while I was learning. I get Rosetta Stoned. Yeah, so let me give you a history of the Hebrew language. Okay, the very first language learners of Hebrew were Holocaust refugees arriving in Israel. Oh, it's my cat. Holocaust refugees arriving in Israel, at which point they had to learn Hebrew so they could organize themselves into an army to fight off the Arab invaders. Because if somebody yells, "Grenades, throw it back," you can't be like, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Lithuanian." That's not a good response. That's just dead. Meanwhile, my problem was that I bought bagels at the grocery store yesterday, and then I came back and I didn't have any locks. I thought I already had locks to go with the bagels that I had made, and so I had to go back and buy more locks so I could have the locks and bagels. It might not surprise you I didn't get all the way through Rosetta Stone Hebrew. I think the big issue was a lack of Arab armies trying to murder me. I think that was the problem. Okay, just educational. I have a friend. He is an engineer. He shows up at a Frito-Lay plant in Arkansas to find that his job was already done. He reports back to his senior engineer. He's like, "Yeah, you fucked up, man. You don't have anything to do. Just do whatever." So he grabs a smartphone and he plays smartphone games for 100 hours a week for 2 straight weeks on a factory floor in the Frito-Lay factory in Arkansas, surrounded by people frantically running around doing shit. And at the end of the 2 weeks, he was given a free week of vacation by his company, for working so hard. There's a guy named, I wish I had a mic, because whenever your shit, in DC, whenever your shit doesn't work, you're just supposed to tap the microphone, because there's this world-class comic named Tony Woods. Every time the joke doesn't land, he just hits the microphone. And I would totally be doing that right now, but I have no microphone to tap, so we're just improvising. Is there consensual tentacle porn? For those not in the know, how do I phrase this? Tentacle sexual assault porn is a genre of hentai, which is Japanese for pervy, weird cartoon shit, in which schoolgirls they're presumed to be underage are all sexually assaulted by some gigantic tentacle monster. I was having this conversation with a friend, and he said, actually, there are situations where the schoolgirls summon the demon with the tentacles that end up sexually assaulting them. So, in fact, there is tentacle sexual assault porn that is consensual. And for those who are wondering, yes, that guy was a 31-year-old virgin. I don't know why you asked that question. I don't know how you knew. Just happened to work out that way. What else do I have? So, Ben Franklin, patriot, Poor Richard's Almanac, inventor of the lightning rod, Lots of things about Ben Franklin. Something you don't know about Ben Franklin. That dude was like drowning in pussy up to his eyeballs. Okay. So like, here's the deal. First, he has a 30-year marriage where he has like at least a dozen illegitimate children, right? Then he goes to France. He has the Security Alliance. And this is what is this better? Is this prepared properly? No, it's not. I'm going to just quit right now. I'm sorry. I know the story isn't going anywhere. I suck. My name's Tom Dykes. Thank you so much. Just like, I knew the punchlines weren't there yet, and I was going to row over time. Fuck it.
But sometimes we just want the history lesson, even if it doesn't.
Did he survive
fair
the pussy drowning?
He got the alliance with France by being a pimp, and the French helped us win the war. We would not be here today if it were not for Ben Franklin's amazing pimp game. The end.
Thank you. That's our history lesson. See, that didn't take that long, and you know what would have happened if you didn't finish right there? Everybody would have just been going to Wikipedia to look up what happened. Very distracting.
It's a worthwhile read. It is a worthwhile read.
I might have to do that. I was gonna say nobody would. Yeah. I'm just gonna go to our next comment because nobody would have paid attention to him because we all had been looking up Ben Franklin during his set, which actually sounds like something that probably happens not to him but to everybody. Probably pretty common occurrence in Zoom Links. I don't know what you're looking at on your screen. I should make everybody share their screen so I know you're paying attention. No other tabs open. All right. Our next comedian coming up, Andrew Shankland.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said Ben Franklin, I was like, oh yeah, I am next. I was like, oh, for sure. Okay, great. I'm seeing a therapist. I'm in therapy. Here's the thing I don't like about my therapist is he only sees me on the weekends, which just means that my mental health is his side hustle. It's like, what are you doing the rest of the week that you can't see me? Are you driving Uber Monday through Friday, giving the same advice to other people for free? Like, all right. Well, that joke worked very well a couple weeks ago. I haven't had penetrative sex. I have not done that. People ask me all the time. They're like, Andrew, what are your sex dreams like? What are your sex dreams like since you haven't had penetrative sex? That's how they say it. And it's like, 2 nights ago, I had a dream that I got an ouchie on my finger and Ariana Grande kissed it and made it all better. So that's what I think. And it's a shame therapy's only an hour because it's going to take a lot longer to work through whatever that means. It's like, that's a horrible dream to have. Because everyone I know is always like, I don't want to, like the women I know, they're like, I don't want to be a mother. I don't want to mother the man I'm dating. And it's like, that's pretty explicit. Like, I just want another mother. Okay. All right, good point. So Hitler was rejected from art school. A lot of people are like, well, if Hitler had been a better artist, then we could have avoided all that stuff. I don't know about that. I feel like it'd be a lot worse if Hitler was a good artist and still evil, you know? Because then we'd have to be like, well, you got to separate the art from the artist, you know? It would be like, yeah, the later stuff is really problematic, but the early stuff really stands on its own, you know? It's like Hitler would be like Morrissey, you know? That's what he'd be like. And that's the widest joke I've written because it ties together Nazis, modern art, and the Smiths. And it's technically not a hate crime, but it feels like it should be, you know? I like movies a lot, but I don't like narrative films that have graphic sex scenes in them because I feel like you got to pick one, you know, like your movie can have a good plot or good sex, like you can't have both. It's like, what is that if they are like that? Like the director is talking to the screenwriter, he's like, yeah, the story's great, but you know what, I just feel like the second act could really use 15 minutes of graphic cunnilingus. Like that would raise the stakes. That's gonna get audiences invested in this. Okay. I like people tell me all the time that I'm not as socially inept as I think I am. I disagree because I'm like, okay, if I have good social skills, why do I have to fight the urge to swipe right on any woman that's named after a Steely Dan song, you know? I continue. Wouldn't it be horrible if all my ex-girlfriends were named after Steely Dan songs and I had to introduce them to each other at a party? I'd be like, okay, Ricky, Josie, Peg, I'd like you to meet Deacon Blues and King Charlemagne. Okay, these are all Steely Dan song titles. It's actually a perfect joke, I would say. I would be so bold. Once when I was in college, my ex-girlfriend, my college girlfriend, she called me on the phone. She was very drunk and she was doing a British accent, asking me to come over. I was like, I don't know if I should be concerned or turned on because I'm a little bit of both. Okay. More of a point than a joke once again. Okay. Last thing. I don't like that in musical, the guy sings, you still have to clap for him. It's like he's a bad person. I don't care how talented he is. We shouldn't be rewarding that kind of behavior. All right. Well,
I think you got caught up like right when you're outroing yourself. Sorry. Thank you, Andrew Shanklin. That was good stuff. The Hitler one, really good. Yeah, I like it. That is that. Yeah, because then you'd be like, oh, people would be allowed to collect Hitler art, but not like Nazi memorabilia. It'd be really weird. I don't know. Our next video coming up. We're about the halfway point, just so everybody knows. So I'm going to keep ripping through. Please welcome Jolly Bean.
No, I just received my first Christmas gift. They say it's a Christmas jumper. So I was expecting something like a trampoline or pogo stick. But unfortunately, it's just a sweater. Why do they call a sweater a jumper? I don't get it. Oh, I think I got my first gift too, but mine is better than yours. I got 2 Powerball tickets. So see, I may become a millionaire very soon. But actually, I have my gift ready for you. No, it's a very colorful dinner, meat with 7 sides. Yeah, thanks. Why don't you join me for that dinner? Oh, I think that might be only enough for you. You know, it's a Chicago-style hot dog. You see, meat with 7 toppings. I'm not lying. So what's your gift for me? I'm willing to provide my service of fixing your computer for the whole year. You know how to fix computers? I know percussive maintenance. What is that? Percussive maintenance? Well, that is just keep hitting and banging your device until it works. Oh, sorry, I don't need that service. Then how about if I help you lose weight? Yeah, that sounds good. So what can you do? Well, give me $100. And if you can successfully lose weight, I will give you back 200. Dang, I know you don't even have, you don't have any money. I will never get my 100 back. But you know what? I once read an article, you know, the humans, even if they successfully lose weight, they will 90% of them will regain their weight after 3 years. So I think we can use this model to rape up the humans, actually. Yeah, we create a company and sell human weight loss service program. That's a good idea, actually. But what if they successfully lose weight? So then we have no money to give. We have no money to give them the reward. Well, you can do this. You know, we write in very small font in the appendix of the contract. Your price will be paid off in 5 years. You know, in 50 years. You know, humans, they never read contracts, so we can always get through. Nice, that's a very good idea. But you know, if everything fails, we can just take all the money and go. Yeah, good idea. So rape up the humans. That's our New Year's goal. Yeah, rape up humans. Rape up humans. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks. That's my time.
Yeah. Thank you, Jolly Bean. Did the purple bear say that it was gonna be a million bear instead of
Million bear. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I don't know what those Bears are up to, but I'm going to check my bank account because I have a feeling it just got wiped out. I don't know what kind of plan those Bears were doing, but I stole my money. Those Bears are very, very conniving Bears. We're going to keep rolling, guys. We're going to keep doing this. Really excited for our next comedian. Very funny person performing from California. Josh DiGenato. Where is he? Uh-oh.
Oh.
What? Hold on a second. There we go. Oh my God. Here we go. Josh DiGenato. Sorry. One more time.
A little.
Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to be real safe. Cases are through the roof right now. And I just have to make sure that I don't catch any Christmas spirit. It carries through droplets. It could be the death of me.
All right. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, you know, it's a real hoot. Hearing people announce, I'm not going to take the vaccine. You know, it's like, oh, that's real cute. You think you're about to be offered the vaccine. Maybe revisit that decision in 6 to 8 months when your turn comes up. You know, after a couple of 100,000 more people have died, maybe, you know, you might feel different. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's sort of like announcing, I refuse to attend the Oscars. That's quite a stand you're taking. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. Well, no, I don't know. You guys, what is this? I'm kind of missing Holocaust deniers lately. No, maybe missing isn't the word. Appreciating Holocaust deniers. Just because, well, Holocaust, and which is, you know, strange to, you know, come from a Jewish guy, but, you know, Holocaust deniers are wrong and are lying. But when they do deny that the Holocaust happened, more people don't die in the Holocaust. Coronavirus deniers are actively killing people by acting like that it's not happening. So, you know, I don't know, just kind of have to tip your hat to the Holocaust deniers today. Let's see, I just celebrated a birthday, guys.
Woohoo!
It was Sigourney Weaver's birthday on Wednesday. So got together with friends like we do every year. We had to do it on Zoom, obviously, but you know, it was nice to, you know, celebrate the life and work. You know, we watched Working Girl and Alien over Zoom, so that was fun. I got her a pantsuit. I don't know. I was on Macy's.com and I saw this pantsuit and I just thought, you know, that pantsuit is so Sigourney. Many of us said that. Yeah, sent it to her publicist, so I'm waiting to hear back. Yeah, another big birthday coming up. Jesus Christ, turning another year older. What do you get the guy who has renounced all worldly goods? Oh, hey, you know, I figured it out. Santa Claus is Jewish. Santa Claus is for sure Jewish, because who else would volunteer to work on Christmas every year? All right, thank you and good evening.
Yeah, Josh DiGenato, thank you, Josh. Josh touched on some points that I had given thought to today too, and I was thinking about when people say that they're not going to get the vaccine. it's never a surprise. Like they're like they're the kind of stupid people that wear it on their sleeves. Like I've never heard someone say that and me be like, oh really? You're not gonna do it? It's always someone where I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. I knew you would. Like it's not a surprise. And they're, you know, they're afraid of it containing DNA or modifying their DNA. These are not people that are working with the best starting DNA is what I'll
Jesus.
Okay, I will stop before I recommend to people. Our next meeting coming up, very excited. Sophia Smarandescu.
Thank you guys. Do you guys like my background? It's the balding tree and oh shit, I'm in a closet actually, but do you guys like my background?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, sweet. Just wanted some approval. You guys, the best part of the coronavirus lockdown is that my mom isn't allowed in restaurants anymore. My mom's really particular about her food. She's like a not constructive Gordon Ramsay. Before you call her Karen, she's not. She's a Melania. My mom, I hate going to restaurants with my parents, but the last time I went out to eat with my mom accused the waiter of serving us rat. We ordered chicken and she was like, insisted, she was like, this does not taste like chicken. This is absolutely rat. And she was so like, she like completely believed in what she was saying. I don't have a joke for that. I'll think of it, but it was just wild. And then I also don't like going to restaurants with my dad because he used to ask out waitresses in restaurants. The first time I remember him doing it, I was like 5 years old, and we're eating at Sweet Chalet, which was Canadian. It's pretty much Canadian Applebee's. You guys heard of Sweet Chalet? Anyway, we're out to eat there, and I think he thought I was like his wingman, because every 45-year-old man needs like a 5-year-old wing child. They all need them. But anyway, he asked her out and she said no, I have a boyfriend. And even though I was only 5, I knew she was lying. So alrighty. You can tell that my dad was raised in communism the way he mouths, they can hear you, when we're having a sensitive conversation near a computer. Alrighty. My like I don't know, but all right, I'm like incredibly awkward today. I don't know why, so thank you for witnessing this. So you guys, my dad always wanted me to be a professional tennis player, and I have a total tennis player name, Sophia Smarandescu, right? Total tennis player name. And I used to hate it when my dad would come to my matches, because he was always really disruptive at my tennis tournaments, and he like could never follow the rules. He kept like coaching. He would coach me illegally, which was not cool in tennis. But he would do it anyway. He'd show up at my matches and he'd be like, he'd press his lips up against the fence and he'd be like, bend your knees, Cookie. If you want to picture my dad, just imagine Borat in an Adidas tracksuit. That's my dad. So, and then if he wanted me to use my elbow more, he'd like point to his elbow. And then if someone would see him, he'd just start like stretching. And before you know it, he'd be doing like a full out Jillian Michaels workout. So how am I doing on time?
1 minute.
I got a private message. 1 minute. All right, amazing. My dad is a conspiracy theorist, but he's an aging conspiracy theorist. He's always been paranoid about the Romanian secret police. And I think that's one police force we don't need to worry about getting defunded. You know, I think I feel kind of bad for them. I feel like we should fundraise for the Romanian secret police, you know? But he was always suspicious of like people in my life being in the Romanian secret police, like my mom, my ex-boyfriend, who was a guy from Iowa named Hank. I'm like, I think you're overestimating their recruitment process. Like, I don't think they're recruiting white guys from Iowa State, you know? Alrighty, thanks for having me. That's been my time.
Yeah, thank you, Sophia. So your dad, I think Borat in an Adidas tracksuit, that's just Ali G. That's just the original character.
Yeah.
Your dad's Ali G. That's awesome. That would be, and now I picture Ali G pushing his face through a fence and yelling instructions to a tennis player. I think that probably is pretty on brand for him as well. We're gonna keep going. Our next comedian, very excited to introduce once I find them. Oh, there you go. Missy Wilson.
Hi. Video. Oh, I'm spotlighted. Okay. So another year is coming to a close. I'm another year older now, which means I'm getting to the point where people expect me to say whatever I'm really thinking. You know, that's what all of our elders do. Round of applause for everyone who agrees that our elders should get the utmost respect. How many of you guys know that a 77-year-old was just arrested for shooting a guy 6 times who rejected her advances? Sure was. So respect them as much as you'd like. Just don't underestimate their ability to hit a bullseye. As the older we get, the more inclined we are to do what we want. Like my granddad, when he used to drive his caddy, he would stop precisely wherever he wanted to, even if there was no red light. So he dropped me off at the salon one day. He let me out in the middle of the street, and I had to get out and just jump across as fast as I could, something like Frogger. Because, yeah, parking lots are for younger people with less to do. Bless his heart, he did have a stroke that affected his eyesight while I was miles and miles away in Chicago. And while I was shopping, I did see some instance that's supposed to help you see better. So I purchased it, I stuck it in an envelope, and I sent it to him. And my grandma said when he got it, he looked at it for a while and then he gave it to her and he asked her what it was and told her to throw it away. I mean, he had no clue. Turns out it was the first time he had even seen incense at all. So if you ever have the opportunity to have to choose between candles and incense, you may want to go with the candles. I was shopping in a catalog the other day and I ended up purchasing some floor wash and some soap, one of which is called Evil Be Gone. And when my baby girl got wind of it, she got a worried look on her face. And I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, oh, no, I'm about to vanish. I'm going to end up vanishing. She told on herself. I'm Missy. You can follow me on Twitter at FunnyComedianCH or YouTube with the hashtag FunnyComedianChick.
Yeah. Thank you, Missy Wilson. We're gonna keep rolling. Everybody, remember, if you want, you can stick around and do another fastest minute at the end. Speed round, redemption round. Maybe finish a bit you didn't get in there. Talk about Benjamin Franklin. You get to do it how you want. I don't have any say in it in your material unless you want me to write your material for you, and I'd be happy to give you jokes. That's how it works around here. If you want jokes, I could give you a whole set. Please welcome our next comedian, Kim Nash.
Thank you. Yes, no applause. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be totally honest. Most people say they always have their better version of themselves. My better version is a magician who can't do fuck all. Yeah, not very interesting. Let me give you a little bit of a fact about myself. My first name is actually unisex, which I think is a lie for 2 reasons. Number one, I could never afford uni. Just look at me. I can never afford uni. Just to clarify, I'm British, okay? You go to uni, you're in student debt for the rest of your fucking life. You might as well kill yourself. Yeah, okay. And the second reason why I think having a unisex name is a lie is I don't get sex. Yeah, I just don't get sex. And it's fine, you know. I do this on any other comedy show, and they're like, ha, virgin. I'm like, ha, true. Virgins. I'm going to tell you a little story which happened to me when I was a child. I'm going to ask you all a question. Who here has walked in on their parents having sex? Who? No?
Woohoo!
Oh, all right. What did you walk in on, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, missionary position.
To be honest, though, missionary is a good position, you know, not the actual missionary part of it. It just sounds cool. Like, who doesn't go to a bar the night after going, yeah, I did missionary last night, joined the ranks. You know, who doesn't do that? Obviously, virgins. But this, talking about me, dear God, is that true? I don't, who knows? But this story, at the age of 12, I walked in on my mum having anal. Now, to some people, that might not sound extreme, like, but to me, most 12-year-olds would see that and go, you know what, I'm going to walk out the room, nothing happened, okay, I'm going to pretend it never happened. No, I didn't do that. I'm there looking at my mum while she's getting analed, okay? I'm just there going like this. You're taking it well, mum. You're taking it really, really well. The final thing I'm going to say is when I was younger, I decided to become an altar boy. Yes, it's not that type of story, okay? If you wanted that type of altar boy story, you'd have to pay a lot of money. But what happened this one Sunday mass, and I will finish on this because I'm boring even myself. But what happened? What happened was, we're at Sunday mass, you know, everyone's there to pray to Jesus and all that bollocks. Just to clarify, I'm atheist. And the priest says to me, can you go get the collection bucket? It's like a little small round wooden sort of bowl thing. It would be on the baptismal font over there. I go over there, and this is the first time I ever got anxiety. I go over there, it's not there. I'm like, shit, where is it? Everyone's starting to slowly laugh at me. And what happens? Someone comes up to me with it. You want to know what this guy's name was when he handed it to me? Jimmy Christie. JC. Jesus Christ came down to help me. And I don't even believe him. And on that note, I'm going to hand back over to Mark because I'm just boring myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim Nash. One more time for Kim. Thanks for stopping by. Stick around for the end. And it'll just if you feel like you're boring, then it's only a 1 minute boring set at the end. It's just it's painful. I'm just kidding. Our next meeting coming up, local comic to Chicago, friend of the in-person mic, Michael Cooper.
Woohoo! Hey y'all, how's it going? Man, I hope y'all are doing good. Listen, yes, I made it a year sober. Yes, I'm also really sure this was the worst possible year. You know, it's making the meetings difficult that I'm supposed to go to because I'm hearing about other people's rock bottoms, and their rock bottoms are bullshit. I had one drink to celebrate on the night of my daughter's wedding, and then I woke up in the backseat of my own Honda Accord inside a Build-A-Bear workshop surrounded by decapitated Build-A-Bears with a decapitated Build-A-Bear on my dick. And then the police arrived. And look, I get it. I understand that that is a tough rock bottom reenacting the French Revolution with a bunch of Build-A-Bears. However, I got drunk when they told us they were going to give us all health care. And I came to inside of a fascism. So, like, please tell me more about your regrettable one-night stand. You know? Come on. Listen, if you're poor like I am, we need to get together on this and stop fucking rich people. Don't fuck rich people ever. First of all, they're selfish lovers. Who in their right mind is looking at Jeff Bezos thinking, yeah, I bet that guy goes down. You know? He can't give people time to take a piss, let alone go down.
Asshole.
If you do fuck a rich person, please make sure it's better for you than it was for them. For once. You know, we should win sometimes. It's never made sense to me. Class is the one thing that we can't like form an identity around. There's like weird shame attached to it, man. So let's take some pride in it and don't fuck rich people. Look, rich people haven't given head since the French Revolution. And I like to think that that's what my colleague in AA thought he was doing that night. Y'all, okay, so I am 33 and I am polyamorous. And if you don't know what polyamory is, it's just a long way of saying I'm tired. I got nothing left in the gas tank. You know, one of my partners is non-binary. This person's pronouns are they and them. And because I have friends that I don't see all the time, but keep up with over the phone, sometimes I'll forget to mention this to those friends. But those friends already know I'm polyamorous. So I'm describing a situation that one would think I could only do with one person, but I'm referring to them with a plural pronoun, so my friend thinks I'm talking about both of my partners. You did what? Sir, I didn't know the human body could bend quite like that. You should really get that checked out. You should see a physician. They're putting this one in the textbooks. It gets really confusing, you know? It's like that Abbott and Costello sketch, but instead of, you know, who's on first, it's who's on third person plural pronouns. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'm gonna bring y'all all back into this. And hey, do y'all think Christians in Flint, Michigan are still doing baptisms? All right, that's my time. I gotta roll out. Thank y'all.
Hey, Michael, we're gonna keep rolling, guys. We got a couple more comics, then we're gonna do the fastest minutes. So everybody stick around. I'm eating some ice cream. If you hear or if you see me, I'm just eating ice cream. Don't pay attention to it. It's an ongoing thing for people to eat during the mic. Our next meeting though is Joe Smith.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I know that some people are very concerned about cancel culture. And by some people, I mean stand-up comics and Republicans. And I belong to one of those groups. And I got to tell you, I really don't care about cancel culture. It doesn't worry me in the least. Primarily because the only people I hear complain about it are white men with power. And I don't give a shit about them. I really don't. I don't have any allegiance to white men. Like, what do you want to do? You want to make laws and tell us what to do? You want to control me? I don't give a shit about it. So cancel everybody for all I care. Which is pretty disloyal considering what white men have done for me. Let's be honest. That is so ungrateful of me, but ultimately it's really the tribute to whiteness, not recognizing what other people have done for me. Thank you. I'm very woke. I have trans friends. These are very dark, depressing times. And I find when I have depressive moments, what's very helpful in a gesture of empathy is to think about people who may be suffering more than I am, to put my own problems in appropriate context and give me a good perspective. Like, can you imagine the emptiness inside a person, the hurt of the person who downvotes a video on Pornhub? If you're complaining about masturbating, there's only one person to blame. It's literally in your hands, sir. You're just sitting there in your basement vaping your disapproval. No. If you find yourself doing that, it's time to open the curtains and let in some light. Splash some water on your face, eat some vegetables, maybe take an online class because you are bottoming out. That's it. You can't go any. If you find yourself downvoting a video on Pornhub, when you click submit, it should automatically take you to a website to prevent suicide. Or a website that doesn't prevent suicide. But either way, the next step is closing the garage door and leaving the car running. It's also terribly disrespectful of the people who are performing those acts for your benefit. Do you think she dropped out of college to do this? I'm sorry if that was stereotypical. Do you think he dropped out of college to do this? No. But I blowed as hard as I could. And it's only a man that would do that. I know it's only a man that would do that. What did you forgot how fortunate you were sexually. Did you get blue balls? And what a wonderful thing we have as men that we get blue balls. Isn't that our sexual satisfaction is so guaranteed that when it doesn't happen, when it doesn't occur, they invent a medical condition to describe it. Oh my God, what happened? I didn't come. Oh my God, you should totally go see a doctor or a nurse or someone that's dressed like a nurse or look at a fucking nursing catalog. Blue balls. The other day I woke up in a good mood and I realized that I was an asshole because there's no bigger asshole than an adult in a good mood, because that means if people describe you as being in a good mood, you're not always like that, which means you're a moody prick. And there's a word for people who are moody: children. They're not grown-ups. So the next time you go into work and someone says, oh my God, the boss is in a bad mood, you should be like, well, he should fucking grow up. Or imagine working for a moody asshole who makes half the money that he does. All right. Thanks a lot for the time. I appreciate you running the mic.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Great set. That was really good stuff, man. That was good. You look like when you first popped on, I thought you looked like John Cusack in a bunker somewhere. He went all the way off the deep end finally. I don't know. All right. Thanks, Joe, man. That was good stuff. I'm going to keep going. Our next comedian only has one name, only needs one name. It's Tian.
What's up, everybody? How we doing? We still having fun?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. I want to talk about God. So I've been thinking about God a lot, you know? Like, I don't know if I believe in God, but I do know that I don't want to commit to not believing in God. You know, that's kind of a hard commit to eternal damnation and shit, you know. The argument that people always make, I don't like. The argument that people always make about God not existing is kind of stupid. You know, they always say like, dude, if God exists, why is all this fucked up shit happening? Well, like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I thought about it. And it's like, why are we making the assumption that we're the only motherfuckers God has? You know, like if you were an all-time great, if you were a GOAT like God is, like that's his whole thing, right? Would you stop at one? Like, did MJ just get the one title and fuck off? No, he went for 6. So I have a theory, okay? I don't think we're the only world that God made. I can maybe buy that we're the first world that God made, you know, because there's like racism and COVID and shit. There's fuck ups, is what I'm saying. Like God was still trying to find his voice with us. Like, if God was like Kanye, first of all, he'd be right. But do you really think that we're My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? No, I think we're college dropout for sure. But I want to go to heaven, you know. But again, the concept of heaven is so weird to me, you know. Like we all accept that if you're a good person, you go to heaven, right? Like if you're a good, kind person, they go to heaven and then they get to do whatever they want. That's what we think. That's what I've been told, at least. But it's not like if you're good, you're automatically fun to be around. Like check this out. I used to work with this lady called Carol, and she's a super sweet lady, very kind person. But like, get her the fuck away from me, you know? Like, she's always so nosy, telling me to eat shit I don't want to eat. Like, she made every room less fun, but she's going to heaven for sure. Like, she already got in. If she just cruises on her shit for the rest of her life, she's in. She was born to go to heaven. But if she goes to heaven, I'm assuming we're going to the same heaven, right? And if she's in heaven when I get there, that automatically turns heaven into like a 3-star Airbnb experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not burning for eternity, but like, was this really worth the trouble? I don't know. I feel like the owners really oversold this place. And that makes me wonder, you know, like, is heaven separated based on personality types? Because I feel like that would be a good way to organize heaven. You know, like is heaven clicky? All right. Michael Cooper was talking about how he's 1 year sober. I'm just about like 1 year sober too, and it's been great. You know, like all my friends and family were super supportive from day one. Like they were really supportive. To be honest, I didn't like how supportive they were. Like it's been a year, a whole year, and I haven't been invited to do drugs even once. And it's kind of fucked up. I mean, it's great, but it's also kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Like it just hurts my feelings that not one person wanted to take me back to my old ways. And misses me sweating and oversharing with Uber drivers. I don't know. It'd just be nice to be invited. But yeah, I quit doing drugs because I overdosed. And overdosing fucking sucks, dude. Like the worst thing about overdosing is getting your life saved by your junkie friend. Like, do you know how annoying it is to have your life saved by somebody who's also on the verge of death? It's like getting a toddler to babysit your newborn is a fucked up idea. I'm gonna end on this one, everybody. You ever notice that no one ever says they were right about you in a positive way? Like it's never they were right about you, you're a really good dad. It's always after some like terrible betrayal. Like they only say that shit to you after you abandon your second family. All right. Thank you very much. I'm Tien Chen.
Yeah, thank you, Tien. Good stuff. Congrats on your recovery. I'm drinking a new bourbon every day of the month until Christmas. You're welcome to come over and have a sample as well. Just extending it out there. No, I'm just kidding. Just because no one is inviting me to have fun. All right, I'm going to stop trying to get sober people to drink. Our next is very, very funny. Wesley Smith.
Woohoo!
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? That's nice. Well, anyway. Okay, I don't know if you can tell it by just looking at me, but I have a condition that doctors call fat as fuck. I'm medically obese. Now, do you want to know how I found out I was obese? It was the day that I sucked in my gut at the beach and I still couldn't see my toes without falling over. A healthy body mass, a healthy body mass index is 22. Mine is gravy. But my wife is nice to me. She refuses to call me fat. She calls me well insulated for winter. Either that or gravitationally challenged. But I think my favorite nickname that she has for me is when we're making love and she calls me, "Get off, I can't breathe." Okay, it should surprise no one, but I do the grocery shopping in my family. And our supermarket just got these new carts. And getting new carts is like shopping for a new car. There's this new cart smell. The wheels are all in alignment and you don't have the one wheel that goes, yeah. The radio hasn't been stolen. I got so excited about the new carts that I got, I actually took one. I will return it someday, but not before I get it customized. Let's see here. Okay, when I was shopping the other day, I tried this free sample of something called Coke Energy. Have you heard of this? Coca-Cola is trying to get into the energy drink business. It comes in 3 flavors: Butthole, Diet Butthole, and Cherry Vanilla Butthole. Strangely enough, they decided to call their drink Coke Energy because evidently Coke dumpster fire was taken. Here's what I want to know. Who is in the brain trust that came up with the name? Gentlemen, we need to make a name for our Coke Energy drink that tastes nothing like either Coke or energy drinks. Oh, well, we could call it Coke Energy. I like the way you think, McGillicuddy. Okay, if Coca-Cola wants to create energy drinks, why not go old school and put the cocaine back into it? They could call it Old Coke and have a picture of Robin Williams on the can. Okay, my name is Wesley. Thank you very much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Wesley Smith. We're gonna keep rolling. Our next comedian, I think he's having. Oh no, he's on video. He's having some issues with connectivity earlier, but it looks good now. whoa, look at this face next to my arm. It's like, whoa, look at that. What is that? Oh, it's a statue behind me. That's really freaky. I don't know if anyone sees that right on my shoulder. Okay, our next comedian, Mark McFly.
What's going on, Mark? Hello, everyone. A lot of talk about therapy. It almost seems like the running theme here. When I started feeling comfortable talking about therapy, I learned real quick why a lot of people in like normal situations don't talk about therapy. I was in the lunchroom with a friend of mine at work, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my mom's a therapist," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, yeah." I was like, "My therapist is a woman too, you know, that's awesome." She's like, "Oh, you go to therapy?" I was like, "Yeah, you know, slight anxiety and other issues, mostly mom ones." But then she starts telling you about her therapy, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I wasn't ready for all that." Like, I'm cool with therapy, but group therapy, I don't know. I feel like you should do it though, because it's kind of like, I've never been to AA or other group events like that, but it's like, I don't know. Does it make you feel like, whoo, mine isn't that bad, or is it like, I don't know. I should probably do it once. But therapy's awesome, man. Everybody needs to work on themselves. The brain's a muscle, and it always needs healing. What did I want to talk about? I had a couple things on mind. Online dating. Was it Patty was talking about her 5 boyfriends? That's fucking crazy. But I can be number 6. But no, so online dating, right? Okay. I too have been speaking to women, and you know, pandemics are eventually gonna come to an end, and we're gonna, you know, meet these people, right? Hopefully, if things are going well. But my concern is, how do I go about asking a friend who I'm speaking to if they have children, but I want to know if the kids were born naturally? You know, like, was it a vaginal canal birth? Was it a C-section? Was it an adoption? I want to know. You know, the guy's not there for a reason anymore. Let me tell you, it's not her personality. Everything's still held up. But I want to know. Paying for another man's mistakes is not something I look forward to. So, anybody notice how cold it was today? It's getting so cold outside. It's making me regret all the weight I lost. And it's like, we live in the Midwest, dude, and it sucks. Like, okay, if we were, you know, West Coast, people work on their summer bodies all year round, but like in the Midwest and in the East, it's like we work on our summer bodies, and then winter hits, and you're like, fuck this, I need to like get some insulation, and the next thing you know, it's warm again. It's not cool. Not cool. Anybody here like dogs?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, Mark, I know you like a dog. So I'm not a dog person, because I'm not one of those guys who like walking down the street, sees a dog and then starts petting them. I really hate dogs. I just really like my dog. Where was I going with that? Okay. No, I was going here. Okay. Baby Yoda is a big topic, right? And I know we talked about this because the theme is Jar Jar Binks. So Baby Yoda. If anybody dresses up like Baby Yoda and paints himself green, is that culture appropriation, or is that like green face? Because okay, Yoda's a fictional character, but if he was real, he'd have feelings too. Think about it. Mark McFly. You have a good night.
I'm on mute. I didn't realize I was on mute. Oh, thank you. Sorry, that was Mark McFly. I was not knowing what was going on with that.
I was getting worried, Mark. I was like thinking you were like, is that it? You don't have more? And I was like, fuck, I had the 1 minute mark.
No, thanks though. We got Mark McFly, Baby Yoda. This little statue thing is really freaking me out right here. I don't know. That's really freaky right here. Oh, you can see it. Scary. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna stop fucking around with that. Our next comic coming down, Gregory J. Matthews.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me make sure I'm not muted. Okay. I think therapy is weak. You got to get on those drugs. Get some SSRIs for you. That'll really help. So anyway, Christmas is this week. Who's excited? We're very excited. We dressed up the baby like Santa tonight. And now he's asleep. He's adorable. I love this little kid. What do you call it when Rudolph kills and eats another reindeer? A Donder party. My wife is watching me tell that joke and she is shaking her head, and I disagree with her. She is wrong. That is a funny joke. Historians have described the episode, the Donner Party, as one of the most spectacular tragedies in California history. And COVID is like, bitch, please. I think a lot about where Santa falls on the political spectrum. On the one hand, Santa's definitely a Republican. He's an old white dude who wears red all the time. He runs the biggest company in the world and pays his employees basically nothing. On the other hand, he might be a socialist because he's not real, but Republicans claim he's everywhere. I think that's a good joke. All right. But the point is, just like in America, no matter what his politics are, he's an elderly, obese man who spends all day inside a warehouse surrounded by a ton of people. So he's definitely going to die of COVID. Wah, wah. Sorry, buddy. Christmas is canceled. The ICU beds at the North Pole are filled. There's not enough nurses. There's not enough penguin nurses to staff the ICU beds.
Yeah.
I've never used him as a prop before. It's just usually here, but I decided, let's give him his moment to shine. You were completely out, huh, buddy? But seriously, though, let's get serious for a second. Santa must be into some shady shit. He's always giving away toys like the mob gives away turkeys at Thanksgiving. He's just trying to build goodwill in the community so that everyone turns a blind eye to his shady business, which is, I'm guessing, elf sex trafficking, hobby horse laundering, black market reindeer meat. I don't know. I don't trust this guy. When I was in grade school, I went to Catholic school. The nuns used to warn us every Christmas that poinsettia leaves were poisonous. You know those red plants? Every year we have, like around Christmas, there'd be this assembly, and it was like specifically about not eating poinsettia leaves because they would sell them every year to raise money. And they'd have to sit all these 9-year-olds down and they'd be like, do not eat the leaves. And none of us ever wanted to do that until they told us to not do it. The worst possible way to get a kid to not do something is to tell them to not do it. But who cares? It doesn't matter. It turns out this isn't even true. It was just lies, lies, lies from these nuns. Sister Helene, liar. Sister Joseph Michael, liar. They were all liars. Poinsettia leaves. So, okay, hold on. It was just lies, lies, lies from these nuns. Things like poinsettia leaves are poisonous. Memorizing prepositions is important. Santa and God are real. They lied about everything. All right, that's it for me. And I only say this to own the libs. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm Greg Matthews. Thanks a lot.
Own the libs. We got everybody. All the libs here got owned. They're all leaving.
I owned you so hard, libs, libtards, cocks, you cocks.
Okay, I think we just got Zoom bombed by one of our own comics. Just yelling liberal slurs. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna keep going. We got 2 more comics in the fastest minute comedy. I'm very excited for our next 2 comedians. Amber Gill.
Thank you all for hanging out. Yeah. It's hard to compete with an adorable fucking baby who like slept through half of it, but your baby woke up for the last joke. So I don't know. There's something that resonated. It's adorable. Big birthday coming up. Someone we all know, our favorite OG, nice Jewish boy. Jesus's birthday, or as my friend calls it, Hot Jesus. It's really true, though. We definitely portray Jesus as very attractive in a conventional way. It's like he's very tall. He's got broad shoulders and like the abs and shit. It's just like, it begs the question if there wasn't an uglier, shorter, wiser, maybe Messiah before him that we all ignored because we're like intrinsically superficial. We're like, yeah, that guy's cool, but like, did you see Jesus like on the beach with the abs and the long flowing hair? He was like the original influencer, actually, like, right? Just like he got like way more followers. Possible. Just wonder. Maybe we'd be in a better place if we weren't human beings. I'm a 40-year-old woman that likes to skateboard or having a midlife crisis, however you want to phrase that. And I really enjoy skating at like my local elementary school with the other children. female privilege. I guess it is a thing. They all like love me. They all talk to me, especially like little girls are like super drawn to me, and I try to play it cool. But yeah, so cute. Kids are just like, yeah. I'm like, the baby here knows. Kids are just so how you were when you were little. You were just like, hi, I'm Amber. I'm Amber. I'm Amber until like someone talks to you. So like I get hit with that a lot. And the number one question is for sure, they like look at me kind of confused, because again, 40-year-old woman on a skateboard. They're like, where are your, do you have children? Where are your children? Like, they're always like trying to figure it out. And I'm like, I am my child. Like, I'm that's how that works. Yeah. I was in the grocery store in Portland, Oregon. What's up, Dan Bianco?
What up, yo?
It was crazy. I was at Fred Meyer's, dude, and in the cashier line there was the game Old Maid, which I was like, oh, what the fuck, is this still a thing? If you didn't play Old Maid when you were little, the basic premise is like very all age groups friendly. It's just you pass cards from one player to the next, and the only goal is to not get the one card that is an older single woman. Like, it's insane. I'm like, are we still trying to sell this lie that it's not awesome to not be tethered to a tiny rude person and to like fuck whoever you want to? Like, let me like tell you, like, yeah, James Bond, like all the, yeah, the bachelor life is sweet. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I like love children, but I just want to create my own game called like Creepy Old Men. And then like all the cards are just like creepy old men. And then it's called like Tinder. I don't know. It's just like not. I also had I call it a fantasy. I was like really early in quarantine. I was like, fuck my real job. I want to do OnlyFans, because I'm like, it's so simple. It's like, if you can think it, you can be it with porn. Like, I heard about cake sitting. I'm like, I have an ass. I could buy a cake. Like, it's so easy. But then I realized the intrinsic part of it is to like be nice to men. And I was like, yeah, peace out. I can't pretend I like men. I'll just end on this. I like met someone recently, and I'm really like, mainly catching dick, which is amazing, but accidentally caught feelings as well. And I know this because I'm doing all kinds of things I don't usually do. Like, I'm like cooking for him, and I'm like massaging him, and I'm like swallowing, just all these things. Really weird and foreign. He's very affectionate, and he just fulfills all my like unconditional needs, like almost like a Care Bear, but like he'd be like Eggplant Bear. I don't know. Okay, I'll end it there. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Amber Gill. Good stuff. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling with Portland comics. She gave a shout out to Dan in her set. That was the last comic. Also from Portland, Dan Wianco.
Hey, what's up, Mark? Yep, double Portland action. I don't know if it gets more exciting than that. Everybody from all over. Hey, did you hear that Moderna retracted a headline recently? They had to take it back. It's 5 words: COVID gum, no mask needed. Right? Sounds pretty. I would have read that paper or clicked on that bait. They had to pull it back because COVID berry didn't do what it was supposed to do. It just gave everybody COVID in those little Dr. Seuss trees that you see on the cells, just latched on the throat. You blew bubbles. Listen, what I'm trying to say is that I don't have a punchline for my setup. I just liked COVID gum, no mask needed, and COVID berry. Look, I got to be honest, dude, comedy is struggling a little bit for me personally right now. I got an early Christmas present. I got a Traeger smoker grill. Pretty dope. Yep, thank you. Mm-hmm. And I have an app for it, and I can control it with my phone. And they're like, well, you got to name your grill. And I was like, okay. And they had some suggestions. Anyway, I'll get to it. I named it Grill Connors. Grill Connors. I mean, come on. I have been living with the hilarity of my creative mind for weeks. I want to tell everybody I name it. Anyway, Grill Connors. Look, this is the Chicago Mike. This is where we come. I talk about the band Chicago quite a bit, and buckle up. Here we go. Look, seriously, in the late 80s, rock ballads were, I don't know if you call them at an all-time high or an all-time low. I was 12 and 13 in the late 80s, and Foreigner released a song called I Don't Want to Live Without You in 1987. Now, I haven't dissected those lyrics yet, but I've dissected Chicago's lyrics, and they released a song in 1988 called I Don't Want to Live Without You or Love, Your Love. I Don't Want to Live Without Your Love. Those are two songs that are almost exactly the same. Now, listen, growing up with Chicago, it's explaining a lot of things to me right now. Like diving into these songs, let me just read some lyrics and my thoughts on some of these. Here's the main, the chorus. I don't want to live without your love. Fair enough. Everybody gets dumped. Okay. I don't want to face the night alone. Is that a threat? Or are you going to go fuck a stranger? I could never make it through my life. Suicidal much? That's a lot of pressure, I think. I don't want to love somebody else. That's pretty desperate. I don't want to find somebody new. I feel like that's very closed-minded and lazy. Look, you see what I'm getting at. A grown man wrote those words, and it's the same band that released a decade and a half earlier the song titled I'm a Man. Now, if I was 13 when I'm a Man came out, I feel like I wouldn't be drinking pink champagne out of clearly what's a whiskey glass and whining about it right now. And by the way, dude, this is how it goes. I don't want to live with it. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want to live without your love. I don't want to find somebody new. It's sad. It's and it's bothering me, and I can't stop listening to it. By the way, I love Chicago. Okay. And I love Foreigner. Clearly. I mean, they've, I think that's why I was such, I think that's why I was so pathetic when I was younger, like those ages. Anyway, that was fun. Thanks for having me. And remember, I'm a big fan of Chicago, the city and the band. So cheers to you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Good to see you too. But that's all we are legally allowed to listen to in this city. It's really weird. We don't even have to talk about how we like them. We all just like them. And we ran out of things to talk about regarding the band Chicago. Guys, it's time for the Fast Minute in Comedy. You've never done this before. This is really fun. It helps if you turn on your cameras, because I can't highlight you if your camera's not on. I know there's about 10 people in here right now. I have everybody who's in here on a list. What I do is I go through and I don't do any in between. I just go to the next person after 60 seconds. And that is how it goes. It's really, really fun and weird. I look forward to it. Yeah, people are turning on their cameras. Heck yeah, this is happening. We're doing it. We're doing this, guys. We're going to do it. And we're going to start with Ian Ryan Smith. Go, 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 go.
Oh, wow. You guys really caught me with my pants down. I'm unprepared here. Okay, let's see here. No, that's the one I decided not to do. I should have not turned my video on. All right, here's something. People are worried. They're worried about TikTok, and they're worried about TikTok because they think the Chinese government's going to steal your brain, and put it on their Hive data drive. And that's dumb because everybody's already on Mark Zuckerberg's Hive data drive or whatever. That joke is usually better when I deliver it right. So I'm going to put half the blame on you, but most of it's on me.
Yeah.
All right. Is that a minute already?
Yeah, Jolly Bean, go, 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 go.
So my cousin is a PhD of physics, and one day in the lab, he was so addicted watching the Big Bang Theory and totally forget his ongoing experiment. So he created a Big Bang in the lab. You might think that's a disaster, but you see, at least he's very successful at applying theory into practice. And one day, I saw a comedian on Instagram who's trying to get feedbacks for his joke, and he gives you two options. One is offensive, the other is funny. But how come he's missing the boring option I really want to choose? So I believe you know the fairy tale of the Frog Prince. And one day a toad heard the story and want to follow what the frog did. But unfortunately, the princess just kicked him in the ass. And the toad cried, can anybody please let me know how can I treat my acne, please? Okay, that's my time.
Yeah, thank you, Joe Smith. Go, 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 go.
Right before the pandemic, someone threatened to cancel me at a comedy show. I told a joke and everybody in the club laughed except one skinny dude in a wheelchair. He clearly didn't get it. He clearly didn't get it. And I just knew he misheard it. And afterward, he came up to me and he said, I'm dying of cancer. And if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to have you canceled. I was like, well, then you better hurry up. Because it might be the last thing you do. I mean, not the very last thing. That'll be taking a breath, of course, and probably a very shallow breath, but time is ticking. What was so unsettling about this is he wanted to threaten me for something he thought I said, because it's not like I said something really hateful, and it wasn't even a joke about cancer. I mean, it is now. Let's be clear. This is a joke about, at his expense too. This is a joke about cancer, no question. We're making fun of him. But it was terrifying. Ultimately, though, it worked out because he died. Not from cancer. He got hit by a car.
TN, go, 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 go.
All right, I'm gonna do some new shit. All right, the other day I was running and it was like 11:30 at night, and I see this lady walking towards me. And as I get near her, she screams, freaks the fuck out, and sprints away in the opposite direction. And it startled me because I was like, I don't see me as a threat. I know me, And I turn around and I look behind me and there's like no one there, and I realized that she thought I was gonna hurt her. And like, listen, I get that it's scary to see a strange man running towards you in a hoodie at night. But like, I was wearing a yellow hoodie. Like, who the fuck goes out mugging wearing yellow? Like, does she think motherfuckers go out to do crime and choose not only the happiest color there is, but also the most conspicuous? All right, that's my time.
Yeah, Mark McFly, go, go, go.
Guys, anybody know when the best time to practice a racist joke is? Around racist people. So when the quarantine happened, I was really, really happy that 3 out of the 5 personalities in my head were kind of racist. It was also cool because then, I didn't have to do quarantine by myself, because some of them are actually pretty funny. That's all I got right now. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Mark McFly. Go, Greg Matthews. Go, 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 go.
I wrote a monumentally stupid parody song for you this morning, and I'm going to sing it right now.
Yes.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, 'cause it's been a shitty year. Oh no, there'll probably be snow. I need another beer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. I see you coughing down the street. Stay the fuck home, but if they're friends stay at least 6 feet. Oh ho, the COVID toe down below the knee. Grim Reaper waits for you if you went to a Trump rally. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you can't smell, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas. We're in hell. That song is by Burl Spike Protein. Thank you.
Yeah, you love it. Amber Gill, go, go, go.
Yeah, I love this like relay style. Call me Gil. You're just like go, go, go. Yeah, high pressure. Yeah, I've been really dick blessed this year. Specifically because of the lethal combination of what I call refrigerator light dick. I'm sure you all relate. It's just like every time I see it, it's on. It's weird. It's like every time I open that door, it's on. And I really appreciate my friends are very supportive girlfriends. They're always like, you deserve this. And I'm like, that's so sweet, but you know that's not a thing. It's not like for every 5 bad dicks, it's like a coupon you get for like good dick. Otherwise I'd be dick rich. There's no dickonomics. My, my gay friends would be like dick billionaires if that's the way it works. Okay, I'll end it there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks,
Dan.
Coach.
Go.
Yeah, go Dan, go.
Jeez. You know, I tried to spell misogyny today. Who knows how to spell misogyny?
It's complicated, right?
Right now, do it quick, Amber. Do it. Do it quick. You know it?
MISOGYNO.
Nope. Sorry. That's it. Anyway, you would think misogyny. You know what? That's all I had. I don't know why I said that. It's GYNY, which is weird. It's misogyny. Anyway, I don't understand any of it. That's what I'm trying to say. How much time? Oh, you guys have created an app. Yeah, it's great. It's called Scat Chat. It's about people taking photos of themselves shitting in crazy places. You know, like on the top of a cliff, or a bicycle seat, or maybe a bicycle seat on top of a cliff, or the hood of a cop car. Anyway, you can add apps. This app you can put on filters, and you can make your lump of shit talk, because if you're taking that much time on one of these social media things, we're all just unique pieces of shit, aren't we? Anyway, my app's dropping Tuesday after lunch. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming out. I didn't realize that that wasn't on camera for a couple seconds there. Great job, everybody. I loved it.